Hello, and how are you? Trust that you're well wherever you're watching me from. Through experience with Dama Ben here. Finally, my new content is here. I'm so excited. Yes! Karibuni sana. I welcome all of you to walk with me as I share about parenting a special child with a smile. Effective tips on caregiving journey, and many more life experiences that will encourage you. Somebody once said, although experiences are personal, there is a lot of learning that can be derived from them. I believe through sharing my experiences, somebody out there will learn something. Mike Osset said, experience is a lesson of the past to lessen the burden of the future. My goal is to lessen somebody's burden out there. If through sharing my experiences in life, what I've been through, can lessen somebody's burden out there who might be going through what I went through or what I've been through, then I'll have achieved my goal. I'm so happy about this. And today, being my first, I want to introduce or to share with you how or what motivated me into doing this. It's been a journey, but I just want to pick out one scenario that encouraged me to do this. Karibuni sana, and let's enjoy this walk. This one morning, I'm upstairs feeding the baby. God had blessed us with a baby boy. After being in the hospital for 3 weeks, and here we have been discharged. That's a story for another day. I'm upstairs feeding the baby. My husband and the girls, we've been blessed with 2 girls, are downstairs just preparing to go out to get some things that we needed and also say hi to our mom because they were our neighbor and we had spent almost a whole week indoors, so they needed to go out and just refresh. And by the time they are leaving us, because we had improved and we were well. And so before they went, I believe it was in God's planning. They dilly-dallied downstairs. And as I fed the baby, I put him to rest. And after some few minutes, I'm looking at him because most of the time I was always near him. And I realized the baby is not breathing. And I cannot begin to tell you what was going through my mind at that time. And I remember just shouting out and calling out to my husband. And I can tell you, when there is an emergency, you can always differentiate the call. Because the way I called him, he didn't need to ask any question. He knew there was danger. He came upstairs running, looked at the baby, and he knew it was done. But I thank God for his wisdom at that particular time. He's a present help in time of trouble. I remember telling him, no, I believe there is a solution. Let's just run to the hospital and hear what the doctor has to say. It cannot end like this. I also thank God for the wisdom at that time. My husband told me to carry him upright. Nimwekele kwa mabega. And that's what I did. And off we went. And I just want to tell you, when your case is urgent, there are some things that will not bother you. At that time, I was not bothered by what I was wearing. If you're still being bothered by what will people say, if you're still bothered, how will people see me, then your case is not urgent. Whatever case it is in your life. That's the lesson that I learned at that time. Just the way I was with my unkempt hair, we went out. And as we went, when we were almost to the hospital, we heard him cough. We heard our baby cough. And the joy just knowing that he was still alive. And then he went off again. All this time, I'm trembling inside. I'm not even able to think right. I remember we just made one call, calling our parents and telling them we just rushed to the hospital. And as my husband was looking for the parking, I left him down there looking for the parking and I went running. Let me tell you, I still want to emphasize this. When your case is urgent, there are some things that will not bother you because you'll be focused. When I got into the hospital, you know the way kuna kwanga na protocols. I'm one person mwenye hatakangi kukosea, so nitaangalia nani yako kwa line, sitaki kuruka watu. By that time, I want to tell you, that did not even come close to my mind. I went running and I called out to the nurse. And when that nurse looked at me, hata hangeuliza maswali kwa nini hujafuata, she knew there was danger. She knew something was not right. And immediately I threw the baby to her. I told her, kindly save my baby. And the nurse grabbed my baby, called the other doctors, and they ran into an emergency room. I followed and my husband came and joined me. When we were in there, the doctor told me to go out because they knew I was not prepared to see whatever was to be done there. And let me tell you, when I was out there, I was pacing up, down, up, and down. And all I was saying, please God, spare my son, spare my son. And at that time, I didn't even bother, or even I was not even minding. People are looking at me. And yes, people were staring at me. And maybe walikuwa wananihurumia. But I was just there telling God in my slippers and my kept hair. And I was telling God, please God, spare my son. Please God, spare my son. And as I was pacing up and down, minutes zilikuwa zinakaa kama hours. I had the door opened. And the doctor came and said, Mom, God bless you. Subscribe to my channel and put on the notification on. I love you all. And this is through experience with Dama Ben. Nawapenda sana. Bwana awabariki. Till next time. Bye.